What's up, boy?
Miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13.
Can you hear me? Oh, I think so, probably. I'll be switching that bug off. You broadcast? Man, shit, man. Oh, shit, I'm on defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Right there.
A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wilson.
He never said I was.
Incomplete. Tyler Lockett
I'm
was the target
I'm
there.
scared for it from earlier.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
14.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Switch. 49, check 49, check 43.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Check. Back.
To throw again, Jackson. That's complete to Turner. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. He's got the first down and more past midfield.
Oh, Bryce.
Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 6th touchdown of the season.
I'm just
as
not
his
getting
guys
warmed
are
up
able
with
to
this game,
strike
man.
first here in this opening quarter.
I've been on 2K.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline.
I've been on
Coach,
2-1 now.
because
I've
he's
been on
turned into his
2K
bench,
now. I'm
and he's
just
telling
not
his
getting
team,
back on that.
this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Here's Wilson. Incomplete. And this passing game,
that's why he right there. That's why he right there. Enforcing.
Great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment.
That's why
like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Okay, that's
the punt team on now as this one sent away. Here's Jones on the return.
Get that nigga the business. Get that nigga the business, Low.
Touchdown, Washington. A 77-yard
who that was. I was like, I ain't even got to
return.
juke him. That's the kicker.
Big strike touchdown.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 45, 45. 4 down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett.
Oh, shit. That's my bad
touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, Jones.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
A first half update now from Philadelphia. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Shift! Watch the shift! Alert 3, alert 3! Alert
3! On first down, here's Love. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
That's the wrong play, man.
Here we go. Here we go. Ain't together. Ain't together. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Get along. Rest. Look for 52's the mark.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to
my
go
fault.
down again. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly.
I just thought that
sack.
my cornerback, my running back was going to hold that block a little bit longer.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, that's caught by Jennings. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Watch the twist. Check. Twist. Check 25.
There's Wilson to throw. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Jones on the return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear.
Oh, come on.
Draft. Oh, okay.
I
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset. Draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check three.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Come on.
Get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tighten up.
Geis. And he gets it down to the 32.
Not through that, guys.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, Go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got one. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Whip. Watch me. Check your hot read. Check nickel. Check 99. Check 99. 22. Check Palmer. 22. Check Palmer.
Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Jackson down to throw again. Slings this deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so
Get him. Get him. Get him. Where are you going? Where you going?
And that'll be a
Where you
safety.
going?
And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
Let's go,
And in the
Dante.
offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
You ready? I don't believe this shit, man. I ain't got no bullshit.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the 33-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 2, Jackson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
Boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He'll check that down to Carson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Even. 4 down. Even. Alert.
To throw again is Wilson.
Good
Grab over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wilson will throw again.
Give me that.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Give me that.
Monte Nicholson picks it. The 40,
Give me that.
The 30. 10. And he will score.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Washington. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Alert. Don't be scared of it. That's it. There we go, Mike 20. Go, 14. Hey, Mike 20.
Now Wilson going to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Mike 52. I don't think you got it, son. 52's enough.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's second down.
I can pause it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Come on. Hey, let's get there. No.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. As time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm going to run you over. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, switch gears. He's checking. Look, he's checking. Crash, crash. Check 26, check 26. Okay. Switch. Check 52. Kill. Check 37, check 37. 6 guy, check 6 guy. Slam.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go. 70 ending. Mike got 2. Woo! Rotate. Spell. Short. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Watch the curve.
On second down, Jackson. Complete. Richardson has it. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
52. Mike 52. Here we go. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Under 10.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators named Ken Donahue is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coach.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about two safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Let's go, baby.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Check Mike 6, Mike 6. You go night.
Throwing on second and 14. Jackson getting this into the hands of Turner. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
Check Mike. Check three. West. It's a safety creep. Shim. Check. Shot squeeze. Check safety. Go. Bang.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then,
It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
it's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the interception by the Redskins. Deed leads to a touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will extend this big lead.
Next to score, Redskins 53, Seahawks 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
14, got it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's doing.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
36. 22, check, cover. 22, you check, cover. You got motion man right there.
You gotta rinse that out. Yeah.
Wide. Get right.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that.
I don't understand that.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check.
Now Jackson. Jones has it. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Carson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
19.
They run again with Carson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
We got 4.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Man, one mind, what you doing, man? Getting that ass blistered.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
It's one mind try.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Oh, who was with him? Probably.
The return is Jones.
Oh, really?
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
One mind, where you at, bro?
You such a good baby. Yeah, I know you've been smelled that chicken. You've been scared all the time.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And mark him down. Way
I ain't did shit down here, no.
39. Now Washington going to use the second of their... That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Haskins going to try to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action with Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time. Go. Motion. Go.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
Candy, this chicken has been down. She'll be down. If I would have told this side. The party. On the floor, right on there.
Reset, cut right.
Here we go.
To throw again, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
Nothing.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.